Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Oh my goodness. We are in our second week of November. Like, I don't know where this went. Like literally, the days go by super fast. Okay. And, the reason though for this live right now, as you know, we have a 30-day challenge and our challenges are in a private messenger. Okay. Cause we're messaging nonstop. It's been amazing. But I'm going to keep this group for motivational posts and so we can find things easier, because if I were to put all our chat in here, we kind of get like lost. Okay. So the reason for this live is that I'm going to show you basically the products that I use all the time. They're always in my pantry. They're always in my fridge. These products I use on a daily basis and they make things simple. Okay. Actually, forgot one thing. Okay. So, okay. And I want to say something right now. So we are in the middle of, cleaning up the kitchen because in the morning, I said in my live today, I am that mom where it's like, I make lunches in the morning. It's chaos. There's breakfast going, lunches. My husband's already gone to work. It's crazy. Okay. So I literally clean up after my coffee, need to get that in there. And then I clean up the kitchen. So everything is everywhere. Like it looks like a bomb went off in this kitchen. So do not fret. But no shame in this. I mean, that doesn't even bother me anymore. That doesn't even bother me. Okay. All right. I got cloths everywhere. I'm just like typical spazzed out mom. All right. So I'm going to start off with the dry products that are always in my pantry. And I will say that recently, and one more thing before, Lisa, thank you for watching. If you are live right now, please let me know. Drop anything in the comments. And then when you watch this on replay, you may still put #replay, but also drop a comment or a question if you have one, because I'll come back and answer them, okay? But these products are always in my pantry and in my fridge, and they literally go in everything I do. And it makes things simple. I am a buffet type meal prep person. That means that I like to bulk cook. I like to have all my ingredients ready to go. So I just come at each meal and I basically take everything, mix it all together, okay? If I were working outside the home, when I used to, do lunches back in the day, I would make, I would have everything, my lunch ready to go. But basically it's the same thing. I just take it out of the fridge, okay? So I like to have everything I like a variety of things, okay? So let's start off with the dried foods. I'm going to start off with chia seeds, okay? I sprinkle them in my shakes. I sprinkle them in muffins. I put them sometimes in my cottage cheese. They are a good plant-based protein, okay? I know the one thing that bothers me is that they get stuck in my teeth, but you know what? Whatevs, okay? Use a toothpick. But super, super good. And I like to put things, that I use frequently in the clear jars, okay? Because it's easy and it's in my kitchen or my pantry and I see it and I grab it, okay? That's number one. Number two, I have really been trying to up my fiber, so I'm using the flax seed meal, okay? I used to use flax seeds, but they were bothering, my colon. And I was having a lot of issues with that. So when you grind them up, they're easily digestible. I love Bob's Red Mill. I have a lot of products from him. So I sprinkled that for extra fiber. So chia seeds and fiber, flax meal. Put that aside. Okay, let's move on to gluten-free oats. I use large flake oats sometimes. Like I do have issues with gluten, so if I'm making overnight oats, I like to use, if I'm using it like I'm eating it like that, I like to use gluten-free oats. Okay, they're always on hand. Okay, dry stuff. Hemp hearts. Okay. I use, I don't use as much as chia seeds actually, but I do, and they also are a plant-based protein. Literally, I cannot speak, and a good source of fat. Next, protein. I've said it before, I cycle between proteins, okay? I don't like to get really, really stuck on one protein. However, I do like to stay in the plant-based protein. I do eat dairy. I just prefer plant-based protein. I mean, it's not a big deal, either or, but I like the ingredients that are cleaner, so I opt to go, and there are clean whey proteins. I just you know, for my kids when I make the protein. I like to have ingredients that are a little bit more plant-based. Okay. This is my first morning coffee. I'm still nursing it. Okay, I got no young kids either. Okay, so I go between proteins right now, and I always I think I always choose vanilla. Oh, I have a really good protein recipe that this time of year I'm always craving. But anyways, I always choose vanilla because you can always add cocoa powder. Okay, that's another thing in my pantry that I use all the time. But you want chocolate protein, just add cocoa powder to it. So I always go with vanilla because you can have both flavors with that. All right, let's move on. My greens powder, okay? So I put this in my shake, a teaspoon. Even though I eat tons of vegetables, I still like to have the antioxidants. So I like to choose this brand Spruce. This one has collagen in it. So if I'm not putting the collagen in my coffee, I put it in my shake, and it's one shot with the greens. Okay. The next thing, a tub of coconut oil. I use this instead of butter. So I saute vegetables with it. I'll use it in my muffins. If it asks for butter, I'll use this. I love the taste of coconut oil, and it's super, super good for you. So, and you know, you can rub it all over you in cream when you're done with it. So kudos, really good. Okay, moving on. So I like to, if I hate pasta, I like to, you know, like I always think, okay, if I'm having pasta and I'm not eating meat, like I want to make sure that I get the protein. So I like this. It's organic black bean pasta. I've tried the edamame pasta, but I love this brand. Live Iva. Okay. You can get this at a superstore. You can get this on Amazon. So basically for a quarter package, which is quite a bit, it's a quarter of it. And that would last me 2 times. The protein is 19 grams of protein. So it's quite a bit. So if it's a quick saute of vegetables, you know that you're going to get some protein. Yeah, it may not be enough protein, but at least it's protein and not just the carbs. Okay, so protein pasta, I love that brand. I also love new pasta. It's shiitake mushrooms and konjac, and it literally is like no carbs in it, but you want to make sure that you are adding substantial protein. Okay, now recently I just did a pantry overhaul. That means that I took everything in a bag and I put it in containers, okay? I got these from the dollar store. You can get them at Bulk Barn as well. I like to use my label maker. So anyways, it's easy. Like when my husband's in the kitchen, he's like, where is something? It's easy for them to go, okay, here it is. So I have copious amounts of rice and copious amounts of beans. Red lentils, brown lentils, green lentils, black eyed peas. I like to stock up really, really good on my beans, and I like to use dry beans, okay? Dry beans have literally no sodium in them, and they have more fiber in them, okay? All right, so, and lastly, I mean, I have I have all type of nuts, but I always have a tub of unsalted nuts everywhere, okay? A quarter cup is 1 serving. I like to take that out for the day and munch on it whenever. You don't want to do this. Okay? All right, I got the nuts. And my hands are clean, okay? You're like, I'm going to need it. Okay, you don't want to do that because you don't know what that is. So you don't ever want to do that with nuts because nuts are good for you, but they're high in fat, and you'll get to your calories really quick, and you'll still feel hungry because you feel like all you ate is nuts, all right? We all know I love ketones. I have this in the morning before my workout. I know it's like, what are my favorite products? But these are my favorite products, okay? I use them for a pre-workout drink. It gives me the energy, lasting. It helps me tap into my own fat for fuel, and it's like I never crash. Okay, so I feel really, really good with this. And the teas, chai tea is one of my favorite teas. You know that I do promote teas at night, especially in the colder months. But chai tea is my favorite, and then dandelion root is my next, and then chamomile, okay? And spiced apple. Like those things are always in my cupboard. So teas are like huge, especially at this time of month. And the magnesium, okay? I use 3 times a week at night before bed, and it helps soothe my muscles and really fill them. Okay, so that's dry. Those are dry ingredients. If I'm going too fast, let me know if you're live, and if not, you have questions, drop them in the comments. So those are basically all the products I use. Like if I had to make protein balls right now, which I am going to do today or tonight, I have all the ingredients. Like I know that if I buy all these ingredients and they're all in my pantry, I'm always going to have some, okay? So I know what I can make, all right? Now here are the cold ones that are always in my fridge. Let's start off with maple syrup. I buy the original 100% pure maple syrup. And I use this in my baking, and the kids use this on their pancakes, okay? So I know, yes, it is sugar, but I know it's a clean, it's cleaner than, I would say, table syrup, okay, with filled with cornstarch. So a little bit goes a long way with this one, all right? You don't need like dousing, like a little bit goes a long way. So I'll either use this or raw honey, and I want to show you the honey. So if I don't get it from a farmer, I don't always, I try to use the raw honey, like real stuff that you get from Europe, okay? You're a European background, you know what I'm talking about. It's like crystallized, okay? Almond butter, Costco, really good price for it. And if I'm not at Costco, I get it at Superstore. I love almond butter, okay? I get smooth. Next thing, and you have to keep this in the fridge, okay? You got to keep it in the fridge. Egg whites. Now, I have eggs. I do have eggs, but I love egg whites, okay? I've always liked egg whites. I know it's weird, but like not a fan of the yolk, but people are like, yeah, it's a good fat, but I love egg whites. It's really quick, half a cup. It gives me all the protein I need, okay? And I also have sun butter. And this one is the sugar-free sun butter, okay? No sugar added. So I use this for the protein balls and toast sometimes. Okay, let's go to always almond and oat milk, unsweetened, original in my fridge, always. Almond for my protein shakes and oat for, coffees, or my daughter drinks it, okay? Let's go to yogurt. So I realized I didn't buy Greek yogurt. The other day when I posted the nighttime snack, this is plain yogurt, which I absolutely love plain, okay? Like I never was a fan of anything in it, but you can add fruits if you want. But this is plain 2%. I do not do 0%. I want all the fat. What do you call this? Cottage cheese, okay? These are all things like really high in protein. That's been my favorite. Okay, I gotta say, this is the ultimate favorite coffee, add-on in my coffee. Okay, it's a half and half. It is oat and coconut milk. What I love about this, yes, you are getting fat. So 1 tablespoon is 1.5 grams fat. Not bad at all, but this is what I love about it. There are 0 sugars in this, okay? Conversely, if you were to get a silk for coffee, you're going to get sugar in it, okay? I love this. There's no sugar in this, and it tastes so creamy. It's so good, and they're good fats. They're really good fats, okay? And I've mentioned before, when I'm in a pinch, between dinner, like after school, and I'm like, I don't know what to have, and I really haven't been on my protein game during the day, I just drink one of these. These are 30 grams of protein, and it helps tie me over in the middle of the day when I'm like, oh my gosh, premier protein. It is Whey. They have all different flavors. The next one I have is caramel. I have this in the fridge. I do not have this every day. But on the days where I am like running from event to sports, and especially on Saturdays, I'm like, I don't got time to eat. I grab this and an apple, and I'm golden. And I'm like, okay, that was a meal. It wasn't the best meal I had, but it was a meal that will keep me full. So these are my favorite products. This is what I do. This is what I have. This is what I buy every single week. Like on the orders, I literally just do the same thing because I know that I use them so often that this is what works for me. That is my next point before I end this live. You have to do what works for you. If you find these products don't work for you, find products that are clean, that work for you, that make it easy to eat healthy, okay? I have junk, okay? I do eat junk, and I do eat, bites here and there of other things, but in the grand scheme of it, is that I like to fuel my body with nutritious food because that's what serves me. That's what keeps my brain going. That's what doesn't give me the crash in the middle of the day. That's what keeps my muscles growing and healthy, and my lungs and my body and everything, okay? So yes, when it was Halloween, did I have a couple of chocolate bars? Yes. Do I eat it every day? No. The saying is, you are what you eat. Yes, it is true to a certain degree. But again, I don't want to make this like a negative thing. Like I want you to eat everything in life in moderation and have the glass of wine and, with a nice plate of pasta. But on the grand scheme of it, and like, what are your overall goals? You want to make sure that you're eating for that, okay? And it's always good to nourish your body from the inside out, because that's exactly what we need to do. Don't worry about, getting the best skin cream. Worry about what are you putting into the body to come out through your skin, okay? So this is it. If you have any questions on any of these products, please let me know. Drop it in the comments. And let me know what your favorite products are, because I like to know. I like to experiment. I like to try new things. I'm not gonna lie, I buy tofu, but I gotta learn to make more use of it. Okay, I know I want to, and I have all plant-based books. I just have to I'm a go person. So I like to have everything on, and boom, we're gonna make a dinner. Okay, but I have some really good recipes coming up, and I want you to stay tuned because some of them are really, really good. And that's just it. So have a great Wednesday. Remember, do what works for you. Take what you can from this and just roll with it and make it your own, okay? Make a space in your cupboard that says, Michelle's food, or, Lisa's food, or, or healthy, okay? I have labels everywhere in my pantry, okay? It's gluten-free, Milana snacks, junk. I want my kids to understand it's okay to grab it, but you know what you're eating. Okay, that's good. It's okay. So always make the better choice first. And then if you still want it, then go for it. Life is about enjoyment. Just moderation. That's the name of the game. Okay, have a great Wednesday. And I hope you have found this helpful. Ciao.